I was sipping tea in my ranch's kitchen when my security app blared. Motion sensors tripped at my front gate. My heart stopped as I saw two HOA officers sent by Karen Miller, dragging my children, Emma and Liam, from my private county land, claiming they were trespassing on HOA property. Karen's audacity was a Molotov cocktail, targeting my family on my own ranch, outside her HOA's jurisdiction. Karen, who'd abused 911, sent fake cops, and slandered me, had crossed an unforgivable line by kidnapping my kids. She didn't know my cameras caught every second. I was Sarah, the 20-year-old farmer, Meadow Mart owner, conservationist, SWAT trainer, tech founder, federal health inspector, sharpshooter, sheriff, 911 dispatcher, and retired federal judge, and my legal prowess could crush her. Her stunt wasn't just bold. It was felony kidnapping, and I was about to unleash a judicial storm to bring my children home. I raced to my gate, phone filming, as the officers loaded Emma and Liam into a van. Neighbors, alerted by my alarms, gathered, furious. This wasn't just a crime. It was Karen's most heinous attack, blind to my authority and surveillance. My blood boiled, but resolve hardened. She thought she could take my kids? I was about to turn her kidnapping into a viral reckoning, with my judge's gavel as the hammer. What unfolded wasn't just rescuing my children. It was a masterclass in justice, family loyalty, and community power that left Karen and her goons shattered, her HOA eradicated, and Crescent Meadows united. My ranch wasn't just home. It was her downfall, and my judicial past was the verdict. Karen's kidnapping was her gravest error, and my courtroom was about to sentence her. Crescent Meadows was a steadfast suburb. Its snow-dusted fields, warm markets, and my Meadow Mart Cafe, a bold stand against Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. Once choked by rules on unauthorized children's play and private land claims, it now thrived, with my 50-acre state-leased ranch and my farmhouse on unincorporated county land as its heart. My front gate, secured with locks and wired with cameras and sensors, guarded my private property, exempt from HOA rules and backed by county and federal law. I'm Sarah, the 20-year-old farmer, conservationist, SWAT trainer, Meadow Mart owner, tech founder of Crescent Code, federal health inspector, sharpshooter, county sheriff, 911 dispatcher, and retired federal judge who'd crushed Karen 42 times, buying Meadow Mart after her farm stand ban, exposing her assault on Lily, stopping her fishing derby, evicting her fishing club, jailing fake HOA cops, rallying for a pilot's defiance, retrieving my towed tractor, shutting down her cop call on my fence, backing Ibrahim Traore, ejecting her security patrol, protecting the Thompsons, winning court for my wrecked car, defending my mom's cold stand, exposing her 911 call on Senator Ellison, grounding her airline stunt, nailing her bank meddling, restoring my water pipe, towing her SUV, saving my mom's nurse, rescuing Emma from her kidnapping, saving Liam from her brick attack, foiling her field grab, scaring her with my bear, Bruno, defending Emma's wheelchair, stopping her 911 call on my ranch, saving Max from her clippers, voiding her lake fine, saving my pool party, recovering my stolen truck, foiling her power theft, stopping her sewage-powered lights, disarming her fake cop, rebuilding my sister's bridge, proving I owned her mortgage, stopping her assault on my wife, Alex, ejecting her trespassing officers, shutting off her pipeline, proving my Lamborghini legit, turning my lawn into an obstacle course, outshooting the FBI, stopping her fake cop arrest, and handling her 911 abuse. My judicial career, though retired, gave me unmatched legal clout. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a reckless bully, her clipboard a flimsy prop for her fading control. Exiled, jailed, and bankrupted, she'd sent two officers to kidnap Emma and Liam. Unaware her act was felony kidnapping, my land was private, and my judicial past was active. Her scheme, backed by a few HOA diehards, relied on a fake child safety rule, blind to my cameras and authority. Key allies included Alex, my Delta Force operative wife, my sister, Mia, a nurse, my brother, Jake, a Marine, my cousin, Vince, leader of the Iron Riders bikers, my mother, Ellen, a sharpshooter with dialysis, Tom, my biologist friend who monitored my lake, Linda, the councilwoman who backed my fights, Lily, my waitress-turned-leader, and the Thompsons, especially Dr. James Thompson. Deputy Harris, my SWAT deputy, led the response, and my FBI contact, Agent Laura Chun, was ready to escalate. The Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital hub, would rally the fight. The setting was a frosty December morning in 2026 at my ranch's gate on a county road, where my cameras caught Karen's officers taking my kids. Neighbors, roused by my alarms, gathered in outrage. Karen's kidnapping was a federal crime, and her ignorance of my judicial past was her fatal error. This wasn't just about my children. It was Karen's final assault on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, it was a chance to protect my family, expose her crime, and unite our community. As I filmed, I knew this fight would echo our victories and burn with our strength. Karen's kidnapping was a vile act. HOA property, the officers shouted, shoving Emma and Liam into a van, their fake badges gleaming. I flashed my sheriff's badge, yelling, "This is my ranch, and I'm a retired federal judge. Release my kids." Their faces paled. They hadn't expected my authority. I filmed, radioing Harris, who growled, "Felony kidnapping? They're done." Ellen, rushing to my side, texted my judicial record saying Karen's finished. Linda vowed to bring county officials, noting kidnapping a judge's kids? Life sentence. I called Agent Chun, who snapped, "This is FBI jurisdiction, kidnapping and impersonation." Neighbors swarmed, filming the van. My forum post exploded. "Karen's goons kidnapped my kids. I'm a judge." Hashtags Karen kidnapped my kids and hashtag protect Sarah's family trended, hitting 80 million views. Jake, my barista, live streamed from Meadowmart, showing my footage and judicial robe. "Crescent Meadows fights for Sarah's kids," he said, hitting 85 million views. Lily handed out flyers about kidnapping laws, explaining Sarah's a judge. Karen's a criminal. Karen's HOA cronies, a trio with signs. Child safety first. Try to justify the act, but neighbors drown them out, chanting Sarah's kids. Mia shared my court rulings, proving my legal weight. I shared my camera clip. "Karen's goons took my children. They're caught." The video hit 700 million views. James Thompson arrived, saying, "She targeted us too. We're testifying." His federal clout rattled the cronies. Harris's SWAT team and Chin's FBI unit surrounded the van, ordering the officers to release Emma and Liam. I live-streamed, "Karen kidnapped my kids. I'm bringing them home." The stream hit 2.5 billion views, with news helicopters circling. Comments flooded. "Sarah's a hero. Karen's jailed." Linda arrived with a county prosecutor announcing Karen's act is felony kidnapping. The crowd chanted "family, family," as the cronies fled. The FBI traced Karen to her condo, clutching a fake child welfare order. Harris cuffed her as I hugged Emma and Liam, safe at last. Karen rambled, "It's HOA land," but Chun held up my footage and judicial record. "You're under federal arrest," she said. The forum planned a family-free day at Meadowmart with music and child safety talks. Karen's lie about HOA property collapsed. My ranch owed nothing. The stage was set, not just to save my kids, but to crush her reign and rally Crescent Meadows around my family. Her kidnapping was her end, and my gavel was my victory. My ranch was a fortress of justice. Karen and her officers stood cuffed, trembling, as Harris and Chun reviewed the fake order. The livestream hit 3 billion views, with hashtag Karen kidnapped my kids and hashtag protect Sarah's family trending globally. Neighbors packed my gate, waving signs, "Sarah's family. Nua gaoa krimis." News crews broadcast live, anchors calling it a judge's wrath versus HOA evil. The air roared, and I was ready to sentence Karen. Tom addressed the crowd, voice steady. "Sarah's ranch is private, HOA-exempt county land. Karen's kidnapping is a federal felony." He showed my footage and deed, proving her crime. Neighbors cheered, sharing the clips online. Ellen handed out flyers, saying, "Sarah's our judge. Karen stole her kids." The forum surged, "Karen's a monster. Sarah's our hero." A viral tweet read, "HOA Karen kidnaps judge's kids, doesn't know she's busted." Hashtag Karen kidnapped my kids. Karen yelled, "It's for safety." But Shun held up my footage, stating, "You orchestrated kidnapping and impersonation." Her face crumpled. She hadn't known my judicial past. National child safety groups joined X, posting, "Karen's attack on Sarah's family is a disgrace. Support Crescent Meadows." The Change.org petition, "Justice for Sarah's Family," hit 85 million signatures, with comments like "Sarah's a legend" and "Karen's done." Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. "Sarah's children and justice are our pride. Karen's crime threatens us all." She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $1.3 million and ban all operations. The crowd roared, chanting "family free." The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked texts disavowing Karen. "She's rogue." Neighbors guarded my gate as Vince's biker crew patrolled the ranch. I grabbed the megaphone, heart pounding. "Karen kidnapped my children, but I'm a federal judge, and this is my ranch." I proposed a family-free day at Meadow Mart with safety drills, music, and a fundraiser for child protection, inviting all. The crowd cheered, volunteering to fortify my gate. I shared online, "Karen's kidnapping failed. Join us for Sarah's family." The livestream hit 4 billion views, with hashtag #FamilyFreeDay trending. Comments flooded. "Sarah's unstoppable. Karen's crushed." Karen made a last stand, yelling at Shun, "The HOA's above you." But Rachel, my attorney, arrived with a federal indictment. "You're charged with kidnapping, impersonation, and conspiracy," she said, as Harris tightened her cuffs. The crowd parted, phones filming her walk to the FBI van, her officers already detained. Jake's stream hit 6 billion views, with comments like "Bye, Karen." Family wins. News ran headlines. 20-year-old judge sheriff rescues kids from HOA Karen's kidnapping. Lily organized kids to paint family-free signs, while Tom tied it to my lake, saying, "Sarah protects our future." Harris secured my gate, and neighbors cheered. Chun verified my judicial record, and Linda promised county funding for a Crescent Justice sign, marking my ranch's status. The stage was set for a victory that would save my family, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but the rescue's impact would shock everyone. The federal courthouse roared with justice as Karen and her officers faced trial, my children safe at home. The livestream hit 7 billion views, with hashtag Karen kidnapped my kids and hashtag protect Sarah's family trending worldwide. Neighbors packed the gallery, waving family-free signs as news crews filmed. I held a megaphone, my roles as judge, sheriff, and mother now, a verdict, my evidence our blade, ready to bury Karen. Judge Alvarez, a federal veteran, called order. "Ms. Miller, you're charged with kidnapping, impersonation, and conspiracy," he said. Rachel presented my footage, showing the officers taking Emma and Liam. "The plaintiff is a retired federal judge, sheriff, and landowner," she said. The gallery cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. "Karen's done. Sarah's our queen." Shin testified, voice sharp. Karen's kidnapping endangered children and violated federal law. She showed the fake order, sparking gasps. Linda announced the council's $1.3 million HOA fine and dissolution vote. The crowd chanted "family, family," as kids waved painted hearts, symbols of our win. Tom showed my judicial rulings, proving my authority. "Sarah's gavel crushed her," he said, sparking applause. I unveiled a Crescent Justice sign sketch, county-backed, to mark my ranch's status. "This ranch is mine, and my kids are safe," I said, sharing it online, a gavel under a state seal. The forum erupted. "Perfect. Sarah's legacy." Alvarez reviewed the evidence, footage, deed, order, calling it undeniable. Karen, pleading not guilty, claimed it's HOA jurisdiction. But Rachel played her instructions, exposing her lies. Alvarez ruled, guilty on all counts. 7 years for Miller, for her accomplices, $2.6 million in damages to Sarah, and HOA dissolution. The gallery roared as Karen slumped, broken. My digital dossier, footage, deed, indictments was handed to the press, ensuring conviction. News ran it live. 20-year-old judge sheriff rescues kids from HOA Karen's kidnapping. The crowd surged, music blaring, as family-free day plans took shape. I gave a mic to Alex, who shone. "Sarah's our shield," she said steady. Neighbors hugged her, guarding our ranch in solidarity. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph, proof our family could outshine evil. As my children smiled, justice prevailed. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like Judge Sheriff rescues kids from HOA Karen's kidnapping and Sarah's family triumphs. The live stream hit 10 billion views, with hashtag Karen kidnapped my kids trending for weeks. Fan art of my gavel as a justice symbol flooded the forum, and legal groups invited me to speak. Talk shows called, but I stayed grounded, saying this is about our kids. Family Free Day was a sensation. Thousands joined, neighbors, kids, Chen's team, fortifying my ranch, dancing, and unveiling the Crescent Justice sign. Meadowmark catered, and Tom led eco talks, tying the ranch to my lake bluefins. The event raised $5.5 million for child protection, and state leaders hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Sarah's family shines. No more Karens. The HOA was eradicated. Linda's vote fined it $1.3 million and dissolved it, with new laws banning kidnapping schemes. Karen got 7 years. Her accomplices 4, all banned from Crescent Meadows, and vanished to prison, reportedly arguing over rules. "Don't kidnap like Karen" became a local joke painted on gates. My ranch became a tourist draw, with visitors honoring my sign. Meadow Mart and my farm stand soared, the cafe hosting justice nights with music and safety talks. Tourists flocked to Sarah's ranch, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, mini gavels, sheriff patches, saying my fight inspired them. Tom's data showed my lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, footage, deed, verdicts was studied for child safety laws, influencing policy. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the ranch. The forum planned a justice fest, with safety drills, music, and SWAT demos, cementing our spirit. Sarah turned Karen's crime into our triumph. One post read, "I hired teens to monitor my gate, giving them pride." At the fest, under a Justice Forever banner, Linda toasted, "To Sarah, Alex, Emma, Liam, and Crescent Meadows, where families defeat tyrants." Fireworks burst, kids danced, and my ranch glowed. Karen's kidnapping had been a spark, but we'd built a legacy. Meadow Mart, my ranch, and my gavel were our stronghold, proof no bully could steal our love. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand fierce, just, and unstoppable.